Hello. I hope you're all doing well. And if not, I at least hope that your night improves. Okay. So tonight, to start off the collectives, we're going to be using the Cat Meme Tarot. Because I feel like a little cuteness is needed currently. Also feeling pulled towards the Moonology deck tonight for some reason, so we'll be using that one. And I think we actually might do both the Thera-pets deck and the Eventide Affirmations deck for collectives. Okay. So let's see. What message do we need to hear today? Okay. Okay. We have The Hermit reversed, followed by the Lovers, followed by the Sun, and why do I feel like those are just slightly out of focus? And the Emperor. Hello, welcome. There we go. That was slightly out of focus. So, essentially what this is telling me currently is that you're kind of you might be feeling a little bit alone currently, and you're trying to do things alone. And you're essentially isolating yourself without when you don't need to. Also, sorry, the queue is closed currently. I'm just starting off with collectives. The queue will be open here shortly though, if you wish to stick around. Also, hello, Bree. So, you're feeling a bit isolated, and these feelings of isolation and loneliness are kind of getting the best of you right now. And you're trying to do things alone when you don't have to be. Not entirely, at least. You can still rely on those that care for you, that are close to you for support here, okay? During this period of struggle. This isn't something that you have to carry alone. This isn't something that you need to continue isolating for, okay? And I also get the sense too, given the Emperor, that you might be focusing on the things that are out of your control a bit too much, which is just causing this, just amplifying these feelings of just struggle. It's just making things a lot worse. It's just making things a lot worse. Focus on what you can control. Don't worry too much about what you can't control. There are a lot of things that are unfortunately going to be out of our control, okay? The only things that you can control are how you respond to things, okay? That is the only thing that you can control. Okay? You can't control how anyone else responds to you. You can't control how the job market is currently. You can't control the price of things currently. You can't control a lot of things. And yes, things are feeling very heavy, which is where this is coming from currently, okay? But you're not alone in this, okay? You're not alone in the struggle, and you don't have to be carrying it alone, okay? Let those close to you help you communicate what needs to be communicated. And trust that, again, this dark period won't last. There are always brighter, better days ahead, okay? Okay? Just focus on what you can control. And I know that's very, very difficult. Coming from someone who has anxiety disorder. I know that's really hard. Okay. That's why I'm getting lovingly yelled at about this too, okay? Because I'm focusing on a lot of things that are out of my control. So, to the best of your abilities, try to shift that focus away from the things you can't control to the things you can. Focus on you. Focus on your immediate environment and what you can control about it, okay? And let's see what... Let's see what the Moonology Oracle wants to add here. Okay. We have New Moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. And New Moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. And I know for this one, this is one of the only ones that I usually don't take at face value. Because the entry for this card actually has a different message in it. Okay. New Moon in Leo. This card heralds the start of a new cycle for you, when you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, more like you have something worth showing off. If you want someone's attention, this card says it's coming. However, this may not happen all by itself. You have to be willing to do your bit. That means being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. Oh, that message comes up a lot for me. Don't you call out my imposter syndrome, bitch. How dare. Think of yourself as the king or queen of the jungle and carry yourself accordingly. This card is also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you're working on. Alternatively, it can herald good news or a new start for your children. Attune to the moon section here. Make time to have fun. Oh boy. I'm also gonna read the quote unquote teaching section for this. That just kind of gives like a little bit of info about like what this particular lunation means. Leo is the sign of the big Leo is the sign of the big and brave-hearted lion of pride and showmanship and flirting. The energy around the new moon in Leo, and therefore around this card whenever you pick it, is hot and generous. The energy loves itself. And so should you. If you've been too much of a wallflower, this new moon card and the Leo new moon comes as a reminder that you need to be proud of who you are. Ow. Yeah, I'm a Leo rising, so, yeah. Okay. So be confident in yourself and be proud of who you are and what you have to offer, okay? Ugh. You little shit. As Mr. Sass likes to tell me a lot, even if you don't think you do have a lot to offer, okay? I know he is. Bullshit. And New Moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? Hey. Fuck you. The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests that you make that restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it, so if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapies, so add these into your routines now, however you've been feeling. If a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. Hey! Hey. Don't you call up my anxiety. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you and to think more about what you can do for others. In Tune to the Moon section here says recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. The teaching section for this says Virgo is the sign of health, service, and analysis. Its energy is precise and has a feel of the harvest about it. When this card comes up, it could be that a wonderful bounty is coming your way. However, the energy of the new moon in Virgo is usually about getting your life in order, so that's what you need to do at the time of the Virgo new moon and whenever else you pull this card. So, essentially, if things are in a bit of a state of chaos currently, just don't worry too much about it, okay? Things will sort themselves out. For now, just don't overthink things and don't be too critical of things. Particularly of yourself, okay? Don't be too critical of yourself. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm gonna do the Thera-pets deck first for this. Nope. Okay, well. Oop. Okay. There we go. Oh, come on. I just saw that card that just popped out. How dare. Oh, man. Oh, not this card again. How fucking dare. How fucking dare. Okay, fine. This one doesn't like to come out a lot, so, oh, I know that one's Mr. Sass. It's also something he kind of likes to tell me a lot, too. It's okay to float along. It's okay to just be. It's okay if all you can do is exist some days, okay? And currently, if things are in a bit of a state of chaos, sometimes it's what you need to do, okay? And stop calling yourself garbage. You're a blueberry fairy princess. You are amazing. Don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Don't be so hard on yourself. Let's just deal with today. You can deal with tomorrow, tomorrow. So, take things one day at a time, one step at a time. Okay? I know I worry about the future a lot, but just to the best of your abilities, focus on what's right in front of you, okay? Just focus on what's right in front of you. They had a lot of words. Sometimes it feels like the horrible feeling will never end. It's important to hold on and wait it out because it never lasts. Which goes very, very in line with what I said about the Sun card. My goodness. Life will always bend you, but trust me, you are too strong to break. And finally, they had a lot of words to say, I guess. You are a whole person. You are complete. You are not broken. There is nothing wrong with you. Okay? You are not broken. Okay. I was going to use the Eventide Affirmations deck, but honestly, I think that's good. So, they have a lot to say with the Thera-pets deck, so... Okay. So I hope that message helped. For whoever needs to hear it. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. Oof. Okay, so what message do those who might be watching need to hear today? Nope. My goodness. Okay. It just immediately they just popped out. Okay, hold on. Uprighter reversed. Uprighter reversed. Uprighter reversed. That is sideways. Thank you. Uprighter reversed. Okay. Uprighter reversed. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so we have Justice, followed by the Tower reversed, followed by the Star, followed by Judgment. Okay, so, there's a lot going on with this one. Okay. So, this situation that left you feeling very unstable, that left you feeling very uncertain, that's left you feeling very torn down, broken, in pieces. Essentially leaving you to sort through the rubble here. There is still some healing here that needs to be done, okay? There is still some healing that needs to be done here. Things might still feel pretty intense because this was likely a very chaotic, intense, destructive period for you. And it might have felt like you lost a lot. You had a lot of things taken from you, and it kind of probably felt a little bit personal. They frequently can. It's something I'm very, very well acquainted with. I'm still dealing with the fallout of this one myself. So, there's still a lot of healing to be done here, okay? You just need to keep holding on to hope here. Keep holding on to hope. Keep moving forward with this healing in the ways that you can. And trust that things will be righted here, okay? Things will be righted. Okay? You're very, very close to being where you want to be. Which is signified here by the Judgment card. Judgment is the card that occurs right before the world, which is the completion of a cycle, okay? You're right on the edge. So keep following those internal calls. Keep following those signs and signals that you're receiving here, okay? Keep following those. Let them lead you to the goal, okay? And you'll get to where you need to be, to where you want to be, okay? Let the things that need to fall away, fall away. And even if things do still feel quite intense and a bit chaotic, do your best not to get lost in that feeling, okay? Keep holding on. Keep holding on to that hope. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and see what the Moonology deck wants to add, but I won't read them quite yet since there's an ad break currently. Okay. We have here waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. Pretty much all of these can just be taken at face value, but I still will be reading the entries for all of these. Waning moon, or waxing moon, my bad. The energy is gaining momentum. New moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. Have we had the new moon in Taurus yet? I'm not sure we have. I have not been paying attention to moon cycles at all. Whoops. I don't think we've had the new moon in Taurus yet. Now I'm curious. Hold on. That says Tuesday. Like, next Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday. Well. There we go. I thought that was coming up soon. Well, okay then. Okay, so full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast, and new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Okay, and let's see what these have to add here. Waxing moon, the energy is gaining momentum. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. That goes so well with the star card. This card is a very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you are dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. The Attuned to the Moon section for this says, I know I'm headed in the right direction. Okay. So, even if you can't see the results quite yet, trust that it does lie on the horizon here, okay? That energy is building even if you can't see it quite yet. And then we have New Moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. Ow. Not that compared with the New Moon in Virgo card earlier. This card suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. It really is. They're really just coming out swinging right now. And... ow. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy, so now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up just yet. The Attuned to the Moon section for this is get or give a massage. Healthy body, healthy mind. The teaching here for this is we often feel that it's somehow wrong to focus on our finances, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic to create the money you want, so you can have the creature comforts you want. Remember, though, that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. Okay, and then we have full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. The full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow. Perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There's a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer to your question. Not the fucking attuned to the moon section for this. What did I say earlier with the judgment card about letting what needs to fall away fall away? Let go of that which is falling away is the attuned to the moon section for this. Oh boy. Hello. And finally, we have new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming. A time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. The Attuned to the Moon section for this says, write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. You should be on that list, by the way. So, communicate things. Okay? Communicate what you need. However, I get the sense that this is in regards to this past situation here with the Tower reversed energy there. And going in line with what that said, with the message of letting go of what needs to fall away. And the endings that you've been facing recently here. As these chapters are closing, as these relationships are ending, yeah, you probably can't talk to them. Nor would it probably be a good idea to do so if it was a particularly harmful situation for you. So, write about it. Journal about it. Okay? Journal about it. Write about it. Write a letter. Write it as if you were writing a letter to this person. Okay? Tell them everything that you want them to know. The point is that this is for you, not for the other person, and it's not being written with the intent to send it to this person. But you want to write it as if you are, okay? As if you are going to speak to this person. But because you're not actually going to send it, you can let everything out without any fear of hurting anyone, okay? And if you want to, burn it afterwards. To signify letting that go, okay? And that reminds me, if you are interested in doing something like that and then burning it to release it, there's a link to how to do a burning ritual. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what the Thera-pets deck wants to add. Ooh. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay. I know you feel anxious, but you forgot the part where you totally got this. It's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be scared. You will succeed in spite of these feelings. And you are a fighter ever onwards. So keep pushing through, okay? Keep pushing through. Okay. I hope that message helps. And let me go ahead and open the queue. Okay. Queue is open for those who wish to join. Okay, Adam, you're up. So, what decks would you like? Okay. Ooh. Surprised you didn't choose the Thera-pets. Okay. Pull this one back out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me take a drink here really quick. What message does Adam need to hear today? Oh. Uh-oh. Operator reversed. Operator reversed. Operator reversed. Operator reversed. Operator yeah. Upright or reversed. Thank you. Okay. The reason why I said uh-oh. You got the 10 of swords? And you got 5 of swords. And then you got the 4 wands. So, there's definitely an intense sense of conflict here, and I get the sense that this is kind of where you're focusing. You're focusing on this. Only focusing on this. Just laser focusing in on this. And not really seeing anything else. You're focusing on these conflicts. Worrying too much about these conflicts again. Like, you're worried about making these mistakes again, fucking up, starting another fight, starting another argument, and then returning to this place of just defeatedness, okay? And you're not seeing anything else here. Because you're so focused on this. You're just focused so much on these conflicts and worrying about starting more of these conflicts going forward, okay? And the fallout that usually comes with them, okay? And essentially, focusing this is only just dragging you down further. It's dragging you down further. It's just continuing to weigh you down, continuing to feed to feed into this sense of defeatedness that you're feeling here, okay? And I also get the sense too. Alright. I also get the sense too that you're worried about getting cut off here. You're worrying about, like, things coming to an end. About being cut off, and yeah. Don't worry about that either, okay? There doesn't... I believe this is kind of tying into the last reading you got on Thursday, I think it was. You keep worrying at some point there's going to be a shift, and that eventually you're going to be cut off and you're going to be alone. No matter what happens, these ties will not be severed entirely, okay? You know that. That's something that they've constantly reassured you of. That's not going to happen. The nature of this may change. But that doesn't mean it's going to come to an end, okay? That doesn't mean it's going to come to an end. It's not about severing ties and about cutting off here, okay? It's about taking time for yourself. Distance may need to be created here. You may need to take time for yourself, but that doesn't ever mean that you're going to be cut off, okay? You do need to be taking time for yourself here, is what the suggestion is here, though. Take time for yourself. Take time to have fun. And I know that is something that you have been doing. So, again, this is more so just kind of a confirmation, again, that you're going in the right direction. Just keep up with that. Don't focus too much, okay? Don't focus too much on this. Okay? Don't focus too much on the potential fuck-ups and mistakes that you could make. That's kind of how you end up making them. Because then it just kind of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because you're so laser focused in on that you don't see any other possibility. You don't want the self-fulfilling prophecy here, okay? So, continue with this, okay? Continue taking time for yourself. To go have fun, okay? Like, it's okay. It's okay to do that. Even if that means that you're doing so alone, by the way. It's okay to do that. Okay? Like, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry so much about me as you frequently like to do, okay? Don't forget Mr. Sass. Okay? He's currently helping take care of me, okay? Okay, let's see what the Moonology deck wants to add here. What? Okay. We have here Waxing Moon. The energy is gaining momentum. Again, you're going in the right direction. You're doing the right things here. So, don't worry too much about... Don't worry too much, okay? You're going in the right direction. And a warning: avoid of course moon and nothing will come of this situation. The situation in particular being, if you continue focusing on these you continue focusing on this sense of defeatedness and focusing on hyper-focusing in on this, like, hyper-focusing in on all the things that I was talking about. The conflicts, worrying so much about making these mistakes and it becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what this one is about, okay? That's going to get you nowhere. It's going to create more problems, in fact. And Waning Moon. What do you need to release? Okay. Waxing Moon. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. Attuned to the moon here says, I know I'm headed in the right direction. Again, even if you can't see it yet, you're making progress. You're setting up the foundation for where you want to be, okay? Just don't focus it in so much on just this specific area, okay? Like, you're being too overly critical of yourself here. You're just overthinking things. You're worrying too much about making these same mistakes again that it's kind of essentially preventing you from seeing anything else. And then sometimes it kind of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So. Void of course, moon, nothing will come of this situation. In a form of astrology known as horary, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded, a void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or the situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you're asking. For example, if you were worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. Again, don't worry yourself about this shit. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you're currently creating, and you can change that with both behavior and beliefs. Attuned to the moon section for this is I trust in my highest good. And waning moon. What do you need to release? The waning mood points towards what is falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. Attuned to the moon section here is it's safe to let go and move on, okay? So, don't focus in, again, just don't focus in so much on these mistakes and worrying so much about making these same mistakes or just making mistakes and fucking up in general moving forward, okay? Let that guilt go for the past mistakes that you have made. Forgive yourself so you can move forward, okay? Into a healthier relationship, both with yourself and with anyone else. Okay? And let's see what sass the Amulet deck wants to add. There we go. Not some sass. Stand in your power, okay? Stand in your power. Stand in your power. So I hope that message helps. Okay. You're up, Kels. What decks would you like? Okay. Okay. Put this one back. Okay. What message does Kels need to hear today? Okay. Ooh. Reversed. Reversed. Okay. So, we have here the Nine of Swords, the Star, Wheel of Fortune, and Death. So, there's a lot of major arcana energy here. There are a lot of anxieties, a lot of worries, a lot of fears here currently with the Nine of Swords. Just worrying about, essentially I get a sense of like fear of the unknown and just kind of worrying about the future here. And how things are going to go and how things are going to end up and what things are going to look like. So you're being asked to keep holding on to hope, okay? This appears to be a very, it's a transitional period here for you, okay? There's a lot changing, a lot shifting, and things might feel a bit unstable at times, but you do have to trust that things will work out here in your favor, okay? Things will go in your favor. Just keep holding on to hope and trust that things will work out the way that they're supposed to. And work out in the best way possible here, okay? Just focus on what's in your immediate, like what's right in front of you, essentially. Focus on what's right in front of you. And focus on the things that are in your control, okay? There's a lot going on, a lot happening currently, just in general, with like current state of the world, current state of things in general. Things are going to feel very unstable for a lot of us. Remember that you aren't alone in this struggle, okay? This same struggle is mirrored in many of us. There's a lot going on. Things can feel very heavy currently, and I know some days it's really, really hard to hold on to hope that things will work out for the better with ourselves and just with things in general. But we do have to hold on to hope. And along with that death card too, there is also that message of letting go of things that aren't serving you anymore, and healing from these things as well with the star, okay? And the healing process itself can be very difficult and can feel very, very rough at times. But it's important to remember that this is just a temporary period. Okay? It's just a temporary transitional period. Okay. And let's see what the Oracle wants to add. Okay. So we have here broom, silence, and ritual. This one did pop out reversed, by the way. So I'm also going to read the reversal for this. Okay, broom. What dreams may come from what you seek. Make room, make way, a clearing need be. Keywords here are clearing, purifying, and home. A broom or a besom can be found in any home for sweeping dust and dirt. However, a broom to a witch is more than a simple household tool. It holds a special significance and sweeps more than dust and dirt away. Brooms are often used to sweep away negative energy in a similar way to Native Americans burning white sage. It sweeps away the physical and invisible energies that have crept in from the outside world. This clearing of energy contributes to a witch's well-being, clearing out the old and dusty, a witch makes space for the new. Sweeping out negative energy, a witch raises her vibration and therefore her strength. When the broom sweeps into your life, you are being guided to do some cleaning. Some things surrounding your current situation have been neglected. You need to clear out this dust of the past. This card can also mean clearing your aura. As healers, we tend to hold on to the energy of others for much longer than we need. It's important to do regular purification rituals to keep your aura nice and tidy. This message is amplified if you've also pulled the Attain card in reverse. The more you clear out the old, the more you make room for new energies to come into your life, removing things both physical and metaphorical from your life, such as mementos from past relationships or giving away things that remind you of old situations, helps with that process of clearing. Reversed here, it says, when broom is in reverse, it is a call to consider what a home feels like to you and to create that idea of home and family within your life. You may need to spend more time nourishing your relationships or spending time with loved ones. It could also mean making amends with people if you have fallen out or if things have been shaky for some time. A house is a place you live in, but the loved ones you share it with make that house a home. Be sure to show your family and friends the love and respect that they need. Okay. So, yes, there is a sense of, again, that goes very in line with the death card of letting what needs to fall away. Don't hold on to old energy that doesn't serve you anymore, okay? And yes, focus on the nourishing relationships that you do still have in your life. Yeah, I don't get the sense it's about that. More so about, rather than focusing on those relationships that aren't around anymore, focus on what you do still have. Focus on the nourishing relationships that you do still have and the places that make you feel welcome. Okay? But yeah, there's something else that I'd like to add as well, but I'll wait until the end of the message here. Okay. Silence. There is a sweet embrace in the nothingness stillness brings, a presence of self fully embodied. Keywords here are stillness, nothingness, and presence. The world moves at such an alarming rate. Sitting inside a coffee shop, I can hear sirens, cars, construction, people talking and moving. I find myself seeking the quiet of dawn when the earth is still and muted. There is a presence in the silence. There is space to fill it with the sound of your voice and the beat of your heart. This is the space where all of creation is free to roam wild. Stillness is the presence of nothing, and the potential for everything. A witch knows she must take time to find stillness. It is within nothingness that creation is born. One must be still to hear. One must be still to receive the subtle messages left for us to find. Spirit needs your attention for a few moments to guide you on your path. If silence is paused in your spread, take this opportunity to be still. This card is a reminder to spend time each day to clear your mind. That's going very, very much in line with this card here. The answer to your question will come when you stop searching, allowing the solution to be presented to you. There is no need to rush in this situation, even if you think you must. Remove your expectations of the situation you are inquiring about. Give this up to the silence, the nothingness. Spirit will take your query and answer when the time is right. This also did kind of like pop sideways, so I am also going to read the reversal for this as well. This is a call to find your presence and to be aware of the present moment. This means getting back into your body, allowing yourself to feel. Be aware of your surroundings and take in all the things you often overlook in the hustle and bustle of the day-to-day. Feel your emotional grid. Allow whatever feelings are present with you to be heard. It can be anger, happiness, fear, excitement, and a million combinations of emotions. Not all emotions are comfortable, but they are there to guide you. So, don't try to push away or bottle up those emotions, okay? Experience them. And if you are dealing with a lot of emotions, a lot of just chaotic emotions currently, just remember to just exist with them, okay? I know they're hard to deal with, and they can be hard to acknowledge, but just allow yourself to just exist in that moment, okay? They will pass. And ritual. Can you feel them? Wild creatures linked by the very blood you will spill into your craft. A ritual of dedication to self and whose gazes hold fire but whose whispers carry you softly through the unknown. Keywords here are dedication and harnessing. Ritual is the very foundation of a witch's practice. It is the doorway to worlds unseen and a rite of passage. It is the deliberate honoring of the wise ones who have walked before us, the spiritual ones who watch over us. It is also a dedication to self, a place where you can find yourself in your practice and harness the power within. Ritual is a dedication to your craft, and is about showing up for things that are essential to you. Be it going to work, organizing your kids, or hitting the gym. Spiritual rituals are no different. If anything, they're even more critical than the day-to-day life stuff. It is important to take time to honor your magic and the magic of those you call upon. By doing so, you are making a choice. If you've pulled ritual, it is because you are being drawn to honor your magic in a more profound way. You're being asked to explore your power as a witch truly and to find the proper time and energy to develop your craft. Making time to honor each step of the ritual magic through intention is like sending out a beacon saying, I'm here and ready to own my power as a witch. The powers that be will notice your efforts and begin to give you more power as a reward. So about that. Given the second message of the second collective message, the fact that you have broom and ritual yourself, immediately when I saw these cards before even reading them, I got a callback to that New Moon and Gemini card earlier about writing the letter to someone. Okay? If you want to do a bit more than journaling about the situation, take the time to sit down and write a letter as if you were going to actually speak to this person. You're writing it without the intent to actually send it, so you can feel more free, more comfortable to actually let out all those feelings without worry of hurting someone else's feelings in the process. Okay? Journal as if you were writing a letter to this person. Okay? Journal as if you were writing a letter to this person. Let everything out. This can be about anything. It can be about a person, a situation, anything here, okay? You can make multiple if you want to. I've done that. Just take the time to sit down and write. Write as if you were writing a letter to this person, okay? Let everything out. You don't have to hold anything back here because, again, you're not actually going to send it. Especially since it sounds like this probably wouldn't be a good thing to do anyway. Because that would probably, again, just open you up to more pain. And we don't want that, okay? We don't want that. We don't want to open... We don't want you to open up to anyone who's going to cause you more harm, more pain, and going to take more, like, advantage of you again, okay? We don't want any of that. So, I see an ad break. Fuck. I'll hold on, just in case. Okay, and should be ending here. Okay. So, again, we don't want to open you back up to any of that shit again, okay? So, yeah, no. No contacting, No contacting this person again. No. Again, let what needs to fall away, okay? It sounds like that situation wasn't good for you, so we don't want any more of that, okay? They got their own shit to deal with. That's not your problem. So... But... you can still take the time to journal as if you were writing a letter to this person. And if that's all you want to do with it, that's fine. However, I do believe here that you are being encouraged, if possible, to do a burning ritual. Because this specifically mentions smoke cleansing. This one mentions actually doing ritual as a way of developing your craft and getting more in touch with that. A burning ritual is actually a really good way to start doing that for yourself. Yeah, I saw you mention that somewhere. Even if I don't really say much, just know that I am always like checking in on things, by the way. So, I'm just not a very talkative person for the most part. I usually only say things when I feel like I have something to add. And there's like a multitude of reasons why I'm just not usually very talkative. I'm not really gonna get into any of that right now, but yeah, just it has to do with a lot of experiences in like childhood and shit, and just like the way my upbringing was. And I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just usually more of a quiet person, so but yeah. So, a burning ritual is essentially a good way to, clear away these... to help clear away these things that you're holding on to and kind of essentially put out the intent that this is something that you want to let go of, okay? And Spirit will be there to listen, as this one said, okay? They'll be there to listen. They kind of always are, but like, yeah. Anyway, this is essentially a way of actually sending out that intent directly. And just being like, hey, I need help with this. While calling on their power, yes, but mostly yours. So. Also, hello. So yes, I get the sense that, yes, doing a burning ritual is something you should try to do as a way of dipping your toes into beginning your journey into this craft for yourself, okay? So yeah. And again, if this is something that you want help with, feel free to ask. I'm always available. Okay? I'm always available. And I'm always willing to help. Like, I promise you, you're never going to be a burden to me, okay? Reaching out to me and asking for help with something that I can help you with and that I've offered you help with, you're not going to be a burden to me, okay? Specifically if I'm offering it. Okay? So, don't worry about it being burdensome to me, okay? And yeah, in regards to that whole situation, if you feel like doing a smoke cleanse, I would avoid white sage, because white sage is a protected practice, and is a sacred practice done by certain Native American tribes. Most white sage that is harvested is done so unethically and is not sustainable. Also, just gonna say, again, don't worry about it, okay? The correct term here would actually be smoke cleansing. That's actually technically a word they don't like being used. By they, I mean Native American tribes. There's a background with that term that they don't like. I'm not gonna get into it a whole lot here. But yeah, smoke cleansing specifically is the phrase you want to go with. The other one can be seen as offensive. It's okay. It's okay. That's the reason I want to share it. Is just, you know, you can't, if you have no like knowledge of it, yeah, it's fine. Okay? You didn't do anything wrong. I just want to put that out there, okay? But yeah. You didn't do anything wrong. If it's something you didn't know, it's just something you didn't know. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? But yeah. White sage, again, is a protected practice, and is a sacred practice that is done by Native American tribes, and most white sage that you can get commercially is harvested unethically and is not sustainable. To add on top of the whole protected practice thing. So, I would avoid white sage for that reason. However, there are plenty of other herbs that you could be burning to do a smoke cleanse, essentially. So, one that I would recommend is rosemary. You could even just buy like fresh sprigs of rosemary from like a grocery store and just like let them dry. Rosemary is a good one. It's a good replacement for white sage. It symbolizes many of the same things. So white sage is a good replacement. There's also mugwort, though that one's less available unless you live near unless you live like unless you have access to like spiritual shops near you. You can pretty frequently find those, find mugwort in like those sort of like witchy shops and spiritual shops and such. But if you want something that's like super simple and like easy to get, rosemary. And there are all sorts of things you can like do a smoke cleanse with. All sorts of things. So if there's one that like speaks to you more than something else, yeah. Perhaps look into that a little bit and see what you feel would work best. Actually, I do feel, hold on. I know this card has, or this deck actually has suggestions for some of this. I'm actually... You can also use, by the way, back to the topic of sage, white sage is the one that is protected, is a protected practice, and a closed practice, and a sacred practice. However, green sage, is fine. Green sage is like the kind of sage that you would use in, like, cooking. Rosemary's good, mugwort's good, I know there are more herbs, I'm just kind of drawing a blank. But yeah, you could just get like some sprigs of rosemary if you want to, from like just a grocery store. Sprigs, like, they're usually not very expensive. And you can just dry them out a little bit. And do a smoke cleanse with that. Particularly if you feel like, if you feel like you need a little extra protection, I'd recommend doing that. Okay. So before I forget, let me go ahead and close Q. Okay. So, but yeah, so perhaps try that. Try the letter thing, and if you feel called to it, you could do a burning ritual and burn the letter. But yeah. Let's see what the Eventide Affirmations deck wants to add. Like, I've had to do that before with someone. Okay, my goodness. Okay. We have, I focus on building a peaceful world free of oppression, which I get the sense this is about that situation and likely person. I feel like, again, which is why we don't want to open ourselves back up to that. None of that. None of that. In this moment, I honor myself for all the beautiful work I have done. And I am unafraid of the fire within. Lots of references to fire. Okay, so I hope that message helps. But yeah, and again, if you want help with that, feel free to reach out to me. I promise I'm free whenever, and you're never going to be a bother to me. I've offered... It's something I've offered to you, so it's not going to be bothersome to me, okay? Okay. Okay, you're up, Bree. What decks would you like? Okay. Okay. What message does Bree need to hear today? Right reversed. Right reversed. Right reversed. Okay. We have the Ten of Swords reversed. Five of Cups. Ace of Cups. And Queen of Wands. So. Essentially, even if you can't see it quite yet, you might be beginning to notice. You might be beginning to notice the slight changes here. But essentially, this past conflict, whatever this past conflict was for you, this painful situation that left you with a lot of grief, a lot of sorrow, and just depression, it's beginning to fall away, okay? It's beginning to fall away. And this will no longer have as much of a hold over you as it is currently, and you won't feel like it's... I get the sense the guiding force in your life currently. I get the feeling that these are kind of like guiding forces for you currently. Or at least it feels like they are. Might be because they're ever present and they seemingly won't go away. So, you will get freedom from this. You will get a break from this. This will start clearing. And you'll be able to let go of these feelings and move into something much more positive, where you'll experience renewed positive emotions, that renewed sense of passion, even, too, with the Queen of Wands next to it. Where you can, again, lead and put your best foot forward with that sense of compassion and love that you hold, okay? So, things won't always be this way, is essentially the key thing here, okay? Eventually, you won't feel like this outweighs this, okay? Eventually, these things will come back into balance again, okay? And let's see what the Moonology deck wants to add. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. So. Full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. New moon in Sagittarius, luck is on your side. And full moon in Pisces, balance spirituality and practicality. So, full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flashy, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. Oh my gosh. This is emphasizing that last card. The Attuned to the Moon section for this. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Excuse? So, the teaching here for this. The full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. It's the time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. Oh, I see ads. Hold on. I will wait. Okay. Ads are done. So, the teaching section of this card. The full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. It's the time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It's also the time to clear out your energies via salt baths and meditations. Not the clearing of energy again. And to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, it's a reminder that any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. Okay, this one also mentions clearing energies, and it says via salt bath and meditation. Okay. And then we have new moon in Sagittarius. New moon in Sagittarius, luck is on your side. Whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks, but be careful you don't bet the farm on something here, as the Wheel of Fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring life metaphorically, by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a AAA is coming up if that's something you're working to achieve, but overall the message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. The Attuned to the Moon section here. which goes very, very in line with the end of that last card there. Count your blessings, literally. Write them down or say them out loud. The card mentions sorting, the end of the last card mentions sorting what's still good and what's no longer serving you. Okay. Well. And then we have full moon in Pisces. Balance spirituality and practicality. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. Attune with the moon section here says, meditate every day and see what comes to you. Answers will come. Okay. The teaching section for this is Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so the full moon in Pisces symbolically marks endings. When the moon is full in Pisces, or whenever you pull this card, it's a time to dive deep into your emotions. Practicality is at odds with the numinous Piscean energies that have no borders, so feel your way now. Psychic ability is heightened when the full moon is in Pisces, and soulmates now connect. It's also a time to send out your dreams to the universe, releasing your fears. Interesting. So, there is definitely a mention here of balancing practical steps with your dreams, which I get is the key message here. Okay? So, don't give up on those dreams. Keep doing what you can to work towards them, okay? Okay. Let's see what the Eventide Affirmations deck wants to add. Okay. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay. I can release shame and judgment of myself. One of the things that's not serving you that you need to let go of, it seems like. Along with that, I can ask for support when I need it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I welcome challenges knowing I will grow and expand through them. Every day I choose to align with my body. Listen to what your body's telling you, okay? Is it telling you need rest? Is it telling you have enough energy to do some task that you want to work towards? What's your body telling you? That you're hungry? Same. And I show up for the world around me and create a positive impact however I'm able. That includes showing up for your own goals, okay? Okay? And even if that impact that you make in the world is small, you still made an impact, okay? It's those small changes. Those small changes that actually start shifting things, okay? That goes for anything. That goes for anything. That goes towards your goals. That goes to making progress towards anything. That also goes for making a difference in the world, okay? So, I hope that message helped. Also, pancakes sound delicious. I want pancakes now, and I'm kind of sad that I don't have things for pancakes. Of course. Thank you, Bree. Okay. Okay, it's your turn. Senpai Sion? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Not sure if they're still here. Okay. Well, for now, I'll move on. If they come back, I'll give them their reading. Okay. Are you ready, Sergeant fucking Sanctuary? I find that name hilarious, by the way. Also, what what decks would you like? I typically don't take questions, and I usually don't do love readings, specifically. But, if you'd still like a general reading, we can keep that question in mind and it may be answered. I can't guarantee it will be. a lot of times we do, if we do hold on to a question internally, it very, very frequently does end up getting answered, but not always. Sometimes Spirit decides that we need something else. Okay, I'll use Tarot of the Divine, and let's see. I'll go ahead and use the Moonology deck as well. Again, I think. Yep. And I'll use the Amulet. Okay, let's see. What message does Sergeant fucking Sanctuary need to hear today? Oh, goodness. Wow. Okay. You're reversed. That is sideways. Upright or reversed? Reversed. Okay. Upright or reversed? Upright. And upright. Alrighty. So. Let's see here. We have we have the Ten of Swords reversed. The Six of Swords, or Six of Wands, rather, my bad. And the Nine of Wands. So, I'm not sure that this is going to be answering your question entirely, but, essentially, there's a situation, essentially, some conflict, that kind of left you feeling a bit, that left a bit of a lasting impact on you, essentially, and, essentially this is something that you're going, yeah. This is something that's only beginning to, like, fall away here, and something that recovery is beginning to happen from. However, there is a, there is a sign of success here. There is a sign of success, but this is something that you need to keep holding on for, okay? If this is answering your question, I get the sense, yes, go for it. But maybe not quite yet. Hold out a bit longer, because it seems like there's still recovery that needs to happen here. So definitely don't give up on this yet, which is essentially what the Nine of Wands is here to say. Okay? Don't give up on this. Keep holding on. Yeah, keep holding on, keep holding out, okay? This is something that does sound like you will find success with, because Six of Wands is essentially, it's a victory here, okay? The Six of Wands is a victory. But, yeah. It just sounds like there's still some recovery that needs to be done here. So, maybe not quite ready yet. Maybe not quite ready yet. Okay? But, yeah. And let's see what the Oracle deck wants to add. Okay. Okay. We have New Moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. New Moon in Sagittarius, luck is on your side. And if that doesn't fit the energy of this entire thing, Mutable Moon, nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. New Moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. This card suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy, so now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign to not give up just yet. Well, okay. And luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks, but be careful you don't bet the farm on something here, as the Wheel of Fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a triple way is coming up if that's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. Okay. So, overall, a lot of positivity and pointing towards success here. I feel like the new moon, or mutable moon, nothing is set in stone, is just kind of going with that whole, like, not yet vibe. Okay, mutable moon, nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable is all about change, shape-shifting even. That something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there is also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little bit unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is set in stone yet. And the Attune to the Moon section for this says, I know that the best will unfold for me. Okay, so. Yeah, I see the notification. It hasn't... It doesn't say they've started playing yet, though. But yeah. So yes, overall vibe is success. Positive outcomes here. Yes. But not quite the time yet. So just hold out a little bit longer, okay? Is essentially the vibe here. And there are the ads. Okay. Okay. Prison. Into your needs. Okay. Okay. Ads should be over. So, the two cards here from the Illuminators Amulet are Transformation is on the horizon. So, good things lie ahead. Again, very much going in line with this. And that whole sense of victory and such. But, as you're waiting, while you're waiting for the right time here, attune to your needs. Take care of yourself, okay? Focus on getting what you need, okay? Until the time is right. Okay? So I hope that message helps. Good. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. What do I want to use for closing message? I think I'll use this. Okay. And yeah. Okay. Let's see. What message would you like to close us out with tonight? Okay. Okay, let's see. Reversed. Right, reversed. First. Right, reversed. Right, reversed. Reversed. Okay. We have this card really likes coming out tonight. We got the Ten of Swords in reverse again. I think that's the fourth time we've seen the Ten of Swords tonight. And then we have Six of Swords, Nine of Coins, Eight of Wands reversed, and Three of Swords reversed. Okay, so essentially, this conflict here, okay, this struggle here, this fighting here is in the past, okay? It's in the past. Let these fall away, okay? Don't keep yourself trapped here, yourself stuck here, okay? move on from these things that were weighing you down, that left you feeling very low and left you feeling very defeated, okay? No more fighting with yourself, no more tearing yourself down, no more doubting yourself, and telling yourself all of these negative, awful things, okay? Which is what that would be an upright. You're moving forward, even if you can't see it, okay? You're moving on to much better things. And you are making progress, whether you see it or not, okay? And there are rewards ahead. There's prosperity ahead for you, okay? Signified by that 9 of coins. There's a lot of good ahead for you, even if you can't see it yet, okay? I get the sense that your vision is still clouded by this. So, the advice here. Slow down. Slow down. Take time for yourself, okay? Take time to care for yourself. Take time to uplift yourself, okay? Instead of telling yourself all these terrible things and letting your fears, doubts, worries, anxieties tell you all of these terrible things, okay? Also imposter syndrome, depression, whatever negative shit you got going on in your head, and whatever those things are trying to fucking tell you, don't listen to that. Don't listen to it, okay? Just don't. You deserve to love yourself. You deserve to be able to take care of yourself, okay? So, slow down, take time for yourself. Okay? Not this. Not this. Oh, they really want to emphasize this message. Okay, so we have connect to heart. And going very, very in line with that 3 of Swords reversed energy, they really, really want to emphasize this one, okay? Self-love. Love yourself. Okay. Connect to heart. This card asks you to connect to the heart space. This is a place of bravery, integration, vulnerability, and compassion. This may mean pushing past any fear you may have and opening up to true connection. This may mean finding forgiveness or empathy. This may mean softening. Most of us have layers of defense mechanisms around our heart that prevent us from being present, from receiving love, from giving love. This card asks you to examine what armor you can let go of and where you can nurture yourself in this space. How dare? And then we have... These cards have animal, plant, and stone associations. For this, the animal association is dog. We can call upon dog as a teacher of vulnerability and unconditional love. When dogs are bonding to their human, it is typically a rather quick process. Even those that have significant trauma can sense when they are safe and will open up to their companions. Small acts like rolling onto their back to expose their belly is a major act of trust, as they are exposing their most vulnerable parts to you. In general, dogs move through life constantly looking for love and connection. They are an ally to call upon when you have had painful experiences that have closed you off to life and other people. Dog will teach you how to open up and allow love in when you're overwhelmed with fear. Ow. The plant association here is hawthorn. Hawthorn has incredibly potent medicine for the heart. It is used to support chest pain, irregular heartbeat, congestive heart failure, blood pressure, hardening of arteries, and cholesterol. It supports us in the same way energetically, for times when our heart has hardened or we have become cynical. Hawthorn supports us as we soften and open up to life and love after heartbreak. It is also supportive for us if we need a gentle opening to feelings we have locked away and repressed. And of course, the stone association for this is rose quartz. Rose quartz is the ultimate heartstone. It supports us in love for ourselves, love for others, for life, family, friends, our work, our community, our environment, etc. If we have felt cold and shut down, rose quartz can activate our heart and awaken it to all that there is to love in our life. If we have anger and resentment, rose quartz can gently wash it away. Call on rose quartz if you need a guide as you do any heart work. Ugh. Okay. And self-love. Loving oneself is one of those larger concepts that is difficult to truly integrate. We are conditioned from birth to doubt ourselves, compare, deny or minimize our gifts, hide ourselves away, and change who we are. This brainwashing is crippling. We become adults who have to fight to remember ourselves. We recognize the importance of loving and accepting ourselves, but releasing these voices and negative tapes that play in our head can feel impossible. Yeah. Beyond that, we often decide we need to love ourselves in order to attain or achieve something. i.e., I need to love myself so I can attract a partner. To truly love oneself is to do so without any expectations or hopeful outcomes. The relationship with oneself is the most intimate relationship we will ever have, and it is a daily endeavor. Rather than viewing self-love as a day of pampering or fighting that which is holding you back, let all of it fall away for a few moments. Ask your heart, body, and spirit when you wake up. What do you need from me? How can I support you? What will nurture you? How can I deepen my relationship with you? Continue to check in with yourself throughout the day. The animal association for this is peacock. Imagine seeing a peacock sulking around and hiding its colors and feathers. It wouldn't seem quite right. Anyone who has seen a peacock in real life will tell you that this is the opposite of what they do. They are incredibly aware of their majestic qualities and use it to their advantage, especially in mating. Peacock invites you to unearth the beauty and unique aspects of self that have been hidden away. Peacocks are not born with their colorful feathers. Those grow in around 2 years of age. For humans, it is opposite. We are born in perfection. It is life that conditions us to forget it. Peacock is an ally for standing proudly in who you are. Well, again, about being proud of yourself. Sir, I don't know how to do that. Hibiscus is the plant association. Hibiscus is an ally in remembering. Its gentle energies awaken the heart to its core essence, allowing us to more deeply connect with ourselves and life around us. In a world where many of us have been told to hide the softer aspects of ourselves, hibiscus is a teacher in embracing these qualities. Sit with hibiscus and consider journaling or reflecting around the following. What do you consider soft? How do you personally embody it? Do you ever view softness as weakness? Do you reject it in yourself or in others? Oh. I consider myself too soft, honestly. That's like the problem. But anyway, the stone association here is pink halite. Pink halite is an ally in integration. It teaches us what self-love is and how to act from a place of self-love. Sitting with pink halite energy for a moment, imagine yourself in a space where you love yourself exactly as you are. What does that feel like? How do you engage with others? What do you do each day? What don't you do? What are your priorities? Pink halite is a sodium-based stone. Like salt, it holds the ability to clear all things negative within us and within our environment. The stone can be used personally or within your space to help disperse and cleanse resistance to self-love. You can also use it to aid in your endeavors of amplifying your heart's needs. Oh boy. Yeah, so they really, really want to emphasize that message of love. Love yourself. Okay? Love yourself. You deserve to be able to love yourself. You deserve to be open, vulnerable, not worry about judgment of others, okay? And you deserve to see the value in yourself as well. And let's see what the Amulet wants to add. I will also pull a few Thera-pets cards as well, because I feel like closing out with some extra cuteness. Okay, so we have here, go along with this, your magic is potent. You are powerful, okay? You are powerful. You have what it takes to see this through, even if it seems like you don't. Don't doubt yourself. And let's see. Hello. Yeah, you were here once before. I remember you stopping by. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness. They really, really want to emphasize this. You're doing well, keep going. I know you feel anxious, but you forgot the part where you totally got this. Fortunately, I'm just finishing up the closing message here. Every time you thought life would defeat you, you were wrong. And you are a whole person. You are complete. This is the second time we've got this tonight. You are not broken. You are not broken. Okay? Being flawed does not mean you're broken. They are not points of weakness. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay? No, you're not broken, Beasto. Yes. Number 8 there is actually very fitting for this indeed, because that's one that my guide that I like to call Mr. Sass has told me directly. That's actually where that affirmation comes from. Those are pretty much exact words that he's told me before. Many, many times. Aw. Thank you, Varath. I hope you're doing well. But yes. You are not broken, okay? You're not broken. Your flaws do not mean you're broken. They are not weaknesses. Okay? So, I hope that message helps. They were definitely a little bit, at least for the collectives anyway, they were definitely very, very lovingly roasty. But, unfortunately though, it is time for me to call it here. Oh, I've apparently been streaming for 3 hours. Oh boy! Yeah. I need to get going here and actually go get some food. Whoops. But, thank you all for stopping by. Whether you joined the queue, talked in chat, or just lurked, I appreciate you sharing your time with me. Exactly, Varath. It's time to actually go listen to this message and Mr. Sass so he stops yelling at me lovingly. So, I need to go take care of myself. Exactly. So, thank you again for the support. I appreciate you sharing your time with me. I hope to see you all again soon, but bye for now.